Hello, Professor Ivan. I'm Catherine Lim Mei Jing with the matrix number of 69285. So for this video, I identified the relationship of new death, new cases, and stringency index in Singapore starting from 21st of March 2021 to 6th of January 2022. So my dependent variable is new cases and dependent variables are new death and stringency index. So for the unit root test, I use ADF, PP, and also KPSS to test the stationarity of the variable. So for ADF and PP, the null hypothesis is being rejected because the p-value is smaller than 0.05, and this means that the variable is stationary. For KPSS, the null hypothesis is also being rejected when t statistic is greater than the critical value at 5% significant level, and this shows that the variable is non-stationary. So to sum out, the result of ADF, PP, and KPSS shows that new cases and stringency index is stationary at first difference, while new death is stationary at level. Hence, new cases and stringency index are integrated for model 1 and new death is integrated for model 0. So moving on is the Johansson and Drusilius test. So for this test, the trace and maximum eigenvalue shows that the co-integrating vector among the variables is 2, as the p-value is smaller than 0.05 at 5% significant level. Hence, there are 2 co-integrating vectors among the variables that exist in the long run. So moving on is the VECN. So for the VECN, this is used to test the long run relationship among the variables. So for ETC1, it shows that new cases is statistically significant at 5% significant level, and the t ratio of it is higher than 1.96. So the result is in negative. For ECT2, it shows that new death is statistically significant at 5% significant level because the t ratio is higher than 1.96, and the result is also in negative and also smaller than 1. Hence, new death and new cases bear the burden of short-run adjustment to bring the long-run equilibrium. So ECT1 shows the speed of adjusted is 19.9%, and ECT2 shows the speed of adjustment of 59.9%. So moving on is the Granger causality test. So the Granger causality test shows that new death is Granger causal stringency index and also new cases. Therefore, there is a unidirectional causation run from new death to new cases and new death to stringency index. So moving on is the variance decomposition. So the most exogenous variable is new death, as it is explained that approximately 85.86 of the variation by its own shock, and the most endogenous variable is new cases because it only explains approximately 30.16 of the variation by its own shock. Therefore, new death has no impact on new cases, as it explains 36% of the forecast error of new cases variance, which is at the period of 50. So moving on is the impulse response function. So new NC respond positively to ND innovation, NC respond positively to SI innovation, and also ND respond positively to NC innovation, ND respond positively to SI innovation, SI respond positively to NC and ND innovation. So that's all from me. Thank you.